Well, good morning, and welcome to the Daniel Sauls Show, where you will witness sports talk and debate from yours truly, Daniel Sauls. Well, there's nothing else left for me to say, so let's get started! Here's the question for today, folks. What adjustments will Colorado need to make in this offseason following a 4-7 record? First, they got to fix their O-line. Their O-line is not performing well. Shedeur Sanders needs to be protected more. He's the most sacked quarterback in college football, and it's not even close. The receivers are another problem. They can't really catch the football as well as they should. A lot of drop passes when you need to be able to catch them, and understand it's college football, it's not the NFL. But if you got to win games, especially with Deion Sanders, like I said many times, he's very serious about this. If he wants his son to get a real good shot at getting to the NFL and doing well, he's got to set him up for success. You got to have good receivers. You also have to have a good O-line, like what I just elaborated on. You got to have a good O-line. You have to have protection. He needs to be able to get 3 to 5 seconds to be able to do something in the pocket. You got to be able to give him time. And I mean, it's like he's got 2 seconds and then he's sacked. You can't do anything about that, So it's kind of difficult. And then another thing is the offensive coordinator, like I said before, Sean Lewis, is not really that great. They changed play callers mid-season. And after I said something, the week after that, they changed their play caller and everything. But as an overall record for Sean Lewis as an offensive coordinator, he's 28-38, which is a losing record. Like I said before, I just feel like he's not somebody that you would want if you want to have a successful season. No offense to this guy. He's probably a great dude. I'm just saying, as a coach, and for what I'm seeing, overall, he's not what you want as your offensive coordinator to lead your team on the offense. I'm just saying. I just don't feel like that's somebody that I would hire. And if I was Deion Sanders, I would let him go immediately and try and figure out, who I can get, somebody that's actually worthy of that position, that spot. And another thing is the defensive coordinator. I think he needs to stay. I think the defensive coordinator is pretty good, better than the offensive coordinator for sure. I feel like he runs the defense well. I feel like the defensive side is the reason why the Colorado Buffaloes were in most of those games, or at least held the other teams from scoring more than what they could have scored. And I understand that a lot of those games were like 40s and 50s for the opposing team, and I get that. It sounds like a lot. But yet again, it is college football, and it's a lot about offense, less defense. But there are a lot of those games where they held the offense from scoring points. So I feel like the defense did overall a decent job. They did way better than the offense did throughout the season. So the highlight of this year was really the defense for Colorado. And so I feel like the defensive coordinator should remain in his duties and his roles. I feel like Deion should not push him away. He needs to keep him where he is at. They need to work on clock management. A lot of those games, towards the end, did not look well. They didn't have good clock management. They didn't call timeouts when they needed to late in games to be able to stop things from happening. They just weren't, they don't have the timing right. The tempo wasn't right, running with the offense, late in games with the clock, like I'm saying. They're not good at that. They're not good at, being on time. They're not good at the tempo late in games. They have to be able to work on that. They have to be able to get, in a rhythm with that, because that happens a lot. A lot of games end off at the very last minute. It's the deciding factor. It's the deciding, moment, whether the defense locks down the offense or vice versa. Offense scores. Things happen. If you got to have your defense out there, you got to hurry up, call plays, get them running. Make sure it's consistent with the offense. You got to hurry up, call plays, make sure you get them, everybody's on the line. Don't make anybody go off sides or false start or anything. You got to be able to have a good tempo. You have to be able to call plays at a good pace. I feel like they need to work on that. They need to work on a lot of things. But I feel like the main reason why they're not doing well is because of the O-line and the offense. Just the offense in a whole is not good. College football is more about offense than defense, and in reality, their offense is terrible. So you have to be able to have a good offense in order to be good in college football, and they don't have a good offense. So Shedeur Sanders cannot do anything and perform at the level that we all expect him to perform at with this O-line and with this offensive coordinator. That's the real reason why they had a 4-7 season this year. 4-7 record, not really that great, but that's really the reasons why. And that's what I feel like they need to do over the offseason. They need to work on those things. And then next season we will look at it and we will talk about more, when it comes to the Colorado Buffaloes and what they are doing, the improvement of Shedeur Sanders, maybe some improvements on the coaching staff, the improvements on the O-line, the receiving core, maybe something on the defense. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but I feel like overall they need to just go back to the drawing board and just, figure some stuff out. That's what they need to do. I'm Daniel Sauls, the host of the Daniel Sauls Show, and I'll be back with another video for y'all guys very soon on my channel. Make sure to go like, subscribe, turn post notifications on as always, leave a comment, let me know what you think about this video, and I'll be back very soon with another video. Peace out, y'all.